Okay, so I'm back. I noticed that the last video had waves going through it because of the light. I hope that wasn't too annoying. I'll watch it back. Maybe I won't even keep that one. You know? I'm going to have more time spent not recording anything than I am recording anything. But you got to start somewhere. Let's see what else is going on. Winter has sprung. So we're having some not super cold weather yet, but you know, in the lows in the upper 20s. And highs are only getting up into the mid 30s. So that takes a little getting used to. But really only if you're outside, which I don't spend a lot of time outside. Kind of an indoorsy person. I developed allergies in my late 30s. I thought I had throat cancer from smoking, you know, so I'm like dragging my butt into the doctor, not wanting to be there to get the bad news. And he's like, "You've got nasal drip." I'm like, nasal drip? So then, as you know, normal procedure, he gave me some medications, and he's like, "Oh, these might make you drowsy." So, and of course they didn't. They made me climb the walls. So we had to try a couple different combinations because he thought a nasal spray would be beneficial as well. So we finally, after a few months of me climbing the walls and not getting any sleep, finally came upon this combination. And I think one of them was recalled by the government or whoever's in charge of recalling things because people with heart conditions or on certain medications, you know, and this was like 25 years ago, I guess. So then we had to try another one, and then we found another combination that worked for me, and then I went in one day to pick up my prescription and was told my insurance didn't cover that particular medication anymore. It's like, oh, for 1 month they did, but now they don't. So, you know, like, oh, that's typical. So then I had to purchase it over the counter anyway. So it's like, oh, I'm really glad I have this health insurance crap. And of course, at the time, I was working, and you know, the health insurance really wasn't that much like it is now that I'm retired. It goes up when you don't have a job. It's kind of bizarre, but anyway, it's another part of life that's hard to get used to. Let's see. How am I going to do this? I think I am going to just snip that off. It would take too much to, you know, if it was something where I was just putting it down and then was going to paint over it again, you know, that'd be different. But So I don't know what I'm going to do here. So basically you just start putting these down. Let me get some pink ones out maybe. I don't know why I did so much blue. I don't really see a lot of blue flowers out there, but I did. I'm starting to think maybe I didn't do enough varieties of painted paper. Well, and then maybe I don't need to leave this lit. Let's turn it off because it's harder to see when it's lit. I don't know why that takes me so long to catch on to. Sometimes you wonder, kind of brain damage, and where did I get brain damage? This is a pretty one. Some of these are obviously much prettier than others. Whoops. So I'm just trying to get an idea, I think, a little bit of what I want my flower to look like. La la la. Now I have found that since I started doing these videos, even though I haven't done that many, I'm starting to feel free to just talk to myself. And I'm like, wait a minute. Who am I talking to? So that's kind of weird. You know, I'll start getting senile and think I'm got my own TV show or something, my own audience out there. They need to know what I'm doing today. And then you think you cut enough of these little pieces of paper and you start gluing them down and you realize you don't have enough of these little pieces of paper. Well, I think I could. Of course, this isn't gonna be exactly the way I put them down, but just so I've got enough to cover it. And I think I might put like some kind of gold in the center. I've got to do the bud. Seems like I'm getting too much of one. It's kind of annoying when I was tearing it up, it looked like I had all kinds of possibilities of variation on these colors, and now It just all looks the same. It's the same. I guess I didn't get any tissue paper ones that are pink. I like to have different, oh yeah, these will work. All right, so maybe I have enough there. So I think I'll do this. Just kind of give you an idea of what the heck I'm doing or hoping to do. You know how that goes. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. And then, oh, I wish I knew how to do that, what I thought I was going to do. Sure. Some of these I did on pink paper, but I put them in the blue, I think because maybe they had more blue in them, but I'm going to, I guess, move them back over here. Where they belong. And, let's see, we've got a couple minutes left. I think I'm going to maybe put something gold. In the center. And then for the leaves, this has got some green on it, so green and blue I think is okay. Maybe I'll put this one here. So, like I said, then you paste this all down, usually just kind of one layer. It overlaps a little bit, obviously. It's not this on top of each other the way it is now, but and then you cut it out after it's dry. I found that to be a good idea. Let it dry. So I think that's where I'm going to leave off when I come back. This should be done. Hopefully more than one of them will be done. I want to do 6 of them in all, so you know, you think of these things and you see the final project in your head and it's like, yeah, that's what I want to do, and then you futz and putz and you know, you have to make the painted papers, and you have to rip the painted papers up, and then you have to put the painted paper. It's a much longer process. So I might have like 120 15-minute videos. Well, thank you. I think this was video 6. We'll see. Later.